Hello Bearcats, my name is Mercedes Meyer. I'm the Director of Communications for Aledo ISD, and today I'm joined by our Superintendent, Dr. Susan Bohn. Today we're going to discuss budget concerns and where the district has been in the last couple of years. If you've been in Aledo or Texas in the last couple of years, you know that all school districts have been experiencing some budget shortfalls, some issues with budgets, and a lot of that is due to, which we've talked about really a lot for the last couple of years, inflation like you're seeing in your homes, we're also seeing in school districts, and then funding levels for schools hasn't been increased since 2019. And so we as a district, just like most districts across the state, really have gone through these difficult processes of cutting budgets the last couple of years. And so, Dr. Bohn, I thought we'd first start with anybody who's new, hasn't been around, take us back the last couple of years. What have we been doing as a district?
Sure. So let's start in 2019. So in 2019, the state legislature passed a pretty big funding bill for public schools in the state. And it was very, very popular across the aisles, you know, with all of the lawmakers in at the Capitol. And so what it did was it set what's called the basic allotment, which is essentially a per student funding amount in the state of Texas for kids. And so the lawmakers decided this should be the funding amount to run public schools in the state. And then we all know what happened since 2019. I mean, that was quite a while ago. You know, in the last 6 years, inflation has been 20%, 22%, kind of depending on the good or service that you're buying. And just like that's happening to all of us in our homes, that inflation or businesses, it's also happening in our school district and in school districts across the state. So what that's mean from basically the economy's just happened to us, right? I mean, this inflation has happened to all of us. And so what that has meant for us is with no additional funding from the state since 2019 and all this inflation, that's meant that we've had to cut about $5.6 million out of our budget in the last 2 years. And that's been really, really challenging and really hard. What it's meant for us is fewer staff, so tighter staffing models. That means larger class sizes. And it's also meant no raises for our employees in the last couple of years.
Unfortunately, also, I'm going to look a little bit forward, don't think that we're in the clear yet.
We are not. We've made those cuts. It was certainly the right thing to do, but definitely painful. For our staff and for just our school functioning.
So I want to put the $5.6 million into perspective because really that in 2 years, because we don't operate a huge budget, because we're not as huge as some school districts around here, but that equates to about 86 teachers. Like when we equate what that money means, that's very great. That's an entire middle school worth of teachers,
right?
Basically in our district.
It is.
We thought this would be a great way to give you guys a message where you don't have to read an email necessarily. It's trying something different. So let us know if you like it. And also as always, let us know if you have any questions at all. So if you want to find out more information, we'll try to keep you updated as much as possible through our website at aledoisd.org/lege, LEGE. But thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Bohn, for explaining all that. And we'll see you guys down the road.